Oh, they used to wank and stuff.
Do you not have them in Donegal?
No, we didn't get them yet. I don't know. What size?
Serious day concentration on here. I need concrete. The one that's not camera to get back up.
It's 3 years, man. He's just fucking winging it and still
Yeah.
What is the best and most valuable thing that you have learned of Gordon Rogers?
Stay unemployed.
Gordon, what does Rogers Custom Contracting do exactly? We know you do dung and you do maize, corn.
We do, another one I forgot, fertilizer and disking. We have done big bulk fertilizer spreaders, 20-ton spreaders. They spread up to 120 feet and they carry 20 ton. And then we have a truck and that big, big white trailer in the yard. It carries 35 ton of fertilizer and an engine on that and a belt and all that.
Do you just drop that on site and go?
No, you just drive out and you load the spreaders, then return and reload it again. So we'd spread up to, each spreader can do 1,000 extra a day.
Jesus.
So then one lorry, maybe we might have to have a second lorry with an auger as well. But if things going good, we do 2,000 extra a day.
And then the disking, they don't plough land after here?
No, zero till here. No ploughing.
Just
no
disc it?
Disking. We have them big high-speed discs, 40 foot wide, do 50 extra an hour. And then...
What tractor pulls it? One of the big...
Oh, you'd have to the big tractors get the hard to pull it even. Them 550 horsepower tractors get hard to pull it. Then we have another disc then, it's not here, the braking disc. And it's for after that bush ground, we do that too. And it'll go down a foot in the ground.
Oh.
But it only can travel at 3 or 4 mile an hour. But the high-speed disc, there's a cop. High-speed disc, we can do 12 to 13 mile an hour. It's hard as a tractor can pull it.
And then I seen a couple of diggers and dozers. How many dozers have you?
We have 3 dozers and two diggers.
And they're not small diggers either?
Well, 25 ton, 21 ton and 25 ton. But.
And you're doing land reclamation with them kind of thing, are you?
Yeah. We're hoping to buy maybe a 300 here or a 350 and put a big wide root rake on it. We've all them root rakes in for clearing up bush.
And you're buying smaller farms, let's say, and reconditioning them, doing them up and selling them on?
Yeah, we buy land there. The last farm we bought was 80% trees on it. Now we have a good few of them going now.
Can you sell the timber over here?
It was nice. Yeah, we sold some of the timber, but the price is not great. Well, it's easier maybe. Sometimes it's easier to knock down a tree when it's fully grown than pull out the roots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends on what type of trees you are.
And then another side of Rogers Custom is the swatting.
Yeah, swatting. We swat all our own, and then for canola, for combining. We do custom swatting for combining men and that too, yes.
So swatting is the cutting of the oats, wheat, barley.
Yeah, canola. Canola is a big old one.
Canola is what we would call oilseed rape.
Yeah.
And at home with us, the combine goes in and goes at it straight away, whereas over here they cut it and let it lie on the ground. How long did it let it lie for?
Oh, it was nearly ripe. And it's going to take the frost coming on, they'll cut it and it'll dry down, like, you know what I mean? And combine it far quicker. You don't have to wait for the finished grow one, you know.
It'll be a week or 10 days?
Oh, yeah, it was a cutting the kind of green. It could be 10 days on the ground and then they'll come and combine it.
And then there's also the haulage end of things then, where you move machinery, cattle.
Heavy equipment.
All heavy haulage.
Yeah.
And then you have the gravel pit.
Yeah, we do a bit of gravel as well. Yeah, we pit our own, yeah.
You quarry it and deliver it.
Yeah, we get a crush, right now, crush 20,000 yards maybe. It's more road gravel and we just do it for our own customers.
For the gravel roads?
Yeah. Yeah. We have belly dumps as well. Them other trailers, up and underneath.
Yeah, there's a couple of them in the yard. I seen that already.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
So that's, you do the corn, the dung, the does and the digging, swatting, the haulage, the
Fertilizer.
gravel pit, fertilizer,
Disking,
disking.
bale hauling, we do all that.
You do baling as well.
Yeah, we bale as well, yeah. Bit of mowing, bit of raking. Not too much of that.
What is the main focus of
Oh,
Rogers?
The dung is the handiest job. And then the chopping, it's the toughest job. But
Chopping being the maize.
yeah. But all these things is like a link in a chain. You have to do one to do the other. And it just extends the season.
And would you have customers there that come to you, right, Gordy, we want you to fertilise, or we want you to disc it, fertilise it, chop it, put the dung out after?
Do everything, yeah. But we have customers who just do everything for them. Yeah.
And then there's customers that only do a bit of this and a bit of that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
Are they a bit like the Irish farmers where they'll give Paddy down the road the bale and then they'll give him the pit silage and they'll give him the slurry?
No.
The farmer just wants to write one check and that's it.
That's it. One check for everything, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of customers who do everything for them, yeah. So what do you think of Anderson's big pit?
Fair job. It's a pity I'm not going to be here to see the final product.
And that'll be full this week now. That pit, we're going to put 60,000 tonne in there.
60,000 tonne.
Of corn, and there is some in there already. We have 1,000 acres of green feed in there already.
Shane, another loud man in Manitoba. What has Canada been to you?
Canada has been good. Canada's been real good, you know. Nice change from home, nice break. So I'd just say home will always be there, but I suppose opportunities like this won't. So when we came out, it was probably one of the best things we've done, to be fair.
You and Mark came out together 3 years ago, and Wiggy.
Myself, Mark and Wiggy came out in 22, and it was just for a holiday.
2-week holiday.
2-week holiday. Wiggy sort of brought the opportunity to us, and we said, yeah, why not? 2-week holiday, come out, and first couple of days, you know, Jesus, this is all a lot, but got in it straight away, got on real well with the lads, all the machinery, all the big fields, good weather, and stayed for a couple of weeks and went home then, and that was it. Got the paperwork and got everything we needed, visas and all that, and then got the visas. So
you're a qualified car mechanic.
Yeah.
And you worked in the garage, not running you down, but you were kind of doing handiwork.
Yeah, definitely.
You came out here and you got your eyes opened.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Done me time at home and worked with the main dealer, who's also very good to me as well. And came out here then, but as you said, it was all cars, like everything was cars. The odd van, very odd van, but then coming out here, sure, there's no cars, you know.
Well, today you were wrangling with a fifth wheel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have done that at home.
No, never done it at home, and even the old man with lorries and that, never had to take fifth wheel off my life. Came over here, but you know, you have the time, you have the chance, best thing you can do is figure it out. So self and a couple of boys whipped the fifth wheel off and got it figured out. But at home, you know, you do a bit of wiring and you'd mostly be working on fresh yokes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't experience it. Out here, everything has to be tested like at home. So over here, you have a lot more to do. Lorries working in fields and that, and gravel roads.
It has to be hard. Now, don't insult anyone else, but you're kind of head mechanic.
Well, I wouldn't just go as far as saying that. Obviously, we've another real good lad there, Mark Riley, and he is real good, and he'd show you a lot as well. But out of relation to the rest of the boys that come over, it's usually me that's putting first. So if we're only running one crew and we had 10 or 11 lads over, I'd come into the shop, which I don't mind either. But if there's any question I ever had, I would go to Mark. But the likes that, if there's any servicing or any wiring or trailers or brakes or shocks, I do it out here now as well. And anything that I felt like I wasn't just 100% sure,
yeah,
Mark would be there as well. But at home, you'd never have to deal with what you'd be doing out here, which is good as well, like, you know.
Would you say Rogers has moulded you into something that you thought you could never be?
Well, definitely something I wasn't expecting. You know, you wouldn't really realise your full potential. You know, at home you get into a rhythm,
Yeah.
you wake up, you go to work, and that's it, you do your 40-hour week. Here you're banging off wheels, you could be taking out a diff. As you said today, you've seen taking off a fifth wheel. You know, you just don't know what you're going to be at, whereas at home you're in a routine, you stick to the routine, and it's not too often you break it. Whereas out here, you might get rained off 1 or 2 days, but the likes of myself and a couple of others there, you'd be back in the shed.
Well, lads, we were back in the shed here this morning, about 7:15. And at one stage today, there was 4 lorries in the shed.
Yeah, well,
and only one didn't make it out because waiting on parts.
Yeah, so we had 4 in. We had a Peterbilt that had to go for a test, and had to get saddle bushings and a couple of small bits. And then there was one that had to get a PTO on it, one of the new ones, and one that had to get a PTO adjusted in it as well, turn up the pressure on it. And this one here obviously has to get a window regulator as well.
And then Barry serviced his here at one point as well.
Barry serviced his as well. So we got all that done. And the only reason this one here isn't done is because we're waiting on a regulator. But for what we have, like the shed and things like that, you still get through some amount of work. You know, you've good lads, bit of initiative, you can help them on a long way and they'll pick it up a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, for what we have, we definitely make great use of it, I suppose you could say.
In regards to anyone thinking of coming out,
if they definitely got the chance or the opportunity, I'd say you'd be mad not to. 100%.
Us as Irish people kind of, yeah, I'd love to do that, but I can't do it because I have to walk my neighbour's goldfish tomorrow. And like, as an Irish nation, we come up with every possible excuse.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
Making excuses.
But as Tommy said, lift the phone, send a WhatsApp, sort out the visa yourself.
Yeah.
He'll do the rest.
Exactly.
He'll put you up. He'll feed you twice a day. There's a couple of cars and jeeps there for in and out of town. There's no hassle if you want to, on a Sunday, go do whatever you want.
Well, that's it too. It's the same with that. You know, a lot of boys now this year and that have their own designated lorry and trailer. So you look after that. So say you're late finishing a Saturday night and I wouldn't mind a couple of hours on my own, get it washed, get it greased and all that. You can do that. And even for new lads coming over, maybe worrying about trying to get the hang of the gears, just in relation to the trucks or the gears, this, that and the other. Sunday, just come out, chip away yourself. The boys don't mind. It's a great time for learning. Do you know what I mean? You get the time.
It's an unbelievable experience for learning. Like, when I came out here, I had said to Tommy, like, look, I'd like a day or two in a lorry.
Yeah.
Well, I think I got 7 days in a lorry in between videos. But I have learned a lot. Like, I've drove the 540, Mark let me up on the 540, push up a couple of loads. I was away with Alan today in the W9.
Yeah.
First time driving a crash box.
Yeah.
I've drove a lorry in Canada. I've went an hour and a half east. Thank you. I still can't get that.
You're getting there.
I'm nearly there.
Yeah.
Went with Gordon to collect. Like, it's just, the wow factor for me when I was coming out was the vastness and the size. So everything here is done in mile square plots.
Yeah.
And they're done in halves and quarters. So it's about 640 acres is a full square.
Yeah, 640 is a full square, so you'd be lifting fields in that size, obviously, as you know.
That's outrageous.
As well, but everything's done in square miles, so you'd pick it up fairly fast. You know, as I said, when we came out the first couple of weeks, geez, we're never going to get the hang of this. You've boys helping you along, you can't go wrong. As you said, you're only here a couple of days, up in a tractor, up in a lorry, do your bit of filming and that, and you're after getting the best of both worlds, and you're only here. Do you know, we're here a couple of years now.
It's, the opportunities, like, is...
Yeah, well, definitely. Like, you'd be at home and you'd be driving away and you're driving big tractors and that. But a lot of boys at home, and even for young people, driving tractors, and this is great. But then you come out here, you get to drive lorries. And a lot of people don't think that's not for me. But when you get in on it, you're like, geez, it's great that you can mix and match. Like, even there at Mark, he do a lot of the pushing up, real good lad for pushing up. But there's the odd day there, he says, geez, I wouldn't mind doing a day in a lorry. And you can do that. You've good lads around you, so he could drop off and do a couple of loads. You
One
know
day
what I
on
mean?
most mornings, Mark jumped into a lorry. If there was a lorry sitting idle, he'd do a load in. You know, if a lad slept it, we're not going to say Oliver's name here, but anyway.
We best
No harm,
not.
Oliver.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's so hands-on. I couldn't believe if one man has a problem, everyone's getting stuck in, get him going, go.
Yeah, the tempo and the pace is definitely a lot.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
No, it's definitely, you know, you wouldn't want to be bringing out your emotions out here.
No, and not your emotions in such a way that you're going to get bullied. But if Mammy still cooks your dinner and tucks you in at night, you know, like it might be time to kind of
grow up a little bit.
Come out, experience it.
Well, in fairness, myself and Mark were the exact same when we came out. Like, we were spoiled at home, and you know, when you're at home, you don't really think much of it. It's only when you come out here, and you realise what you have to do. But as obviously you were talking to Bobby and that as well, like, he's dead right. It does make a man out of you. Do you know?
Bobby
you like
came
it or
out
not?
here totally green.
Yeah,
he'd say that himself, and like he has I spoke about this to Tommy. Like, he was lying just there where the camera's sitting, lying changing the PTO pump earlier.
Yeah, well, there's like that. So obviously he would have done a right bit of tarmac and things like that at home and driving lorries, but probably not so much fixing. Do you know what I mean? And there today, obviously we got rained off, and straight away, Bobby, you do that. But there's a good few of us around that could give him a hand. So if he was unsure, do you know, you can ask. Like, a couple of boys come out, and I'm not mechanically minded. Like, you don't have to be. If you have a bit of initiative at all, like, he wouldn't have touched too many spanners, but he's good in other aspects, you know.
Yeah.
But come out here, you know, you'd pick up a lot. So
I think that's what amazes me more about this whole experience is how the Rogers mold people in to what they want.
Yeah.
That to me is just, it's worth its weight in gold. Like, it's hard to even put into words, like.
Definitely, but like the same at home, trucking and all that kind of thing at home, or even tractors and harvesters and that, sure,
There's no comparison.
We'll get it ready, but you're not getting it ready. You're leaving it to the main dealer to get fixed.
Yeah.
You know, we'll ring the tyre man. He's only up the road. Over here, you get the best of both worlds, and even we come out first, Gordon or the boys change a tyre, and you'd be looking at him like, where's the tyre man? You come out here, and even there now, you do a tyre in 10 or 15 minutes.
Well, you have a fairly well kitted out garage. Like, there's a shelf full of Milwaukee stuff. You have a pipe maker, a crimper, tyre machine, 3 toolboxes, press.
Whatever you need, it's, as Gordon says, whatever you need, it's all here, which it is, to be fair. And that pipe machine's only new, but the same as that, do you know, if he left here, went into Brandon to get pipes made up,
2 hours.
2 hours gone.
And there's a service trailer with each harvester.
Yeah.
Fully kitted out as well.
Fully kitted out.
Compressors,
Oil.
DEF, which is the Canadian equivalent of AdBlue. Everything, like, I was blown away. I am genuinely blown away by my experience.
Yeah, we're leaving over here, like the likes of the shed, you have everything here, but you could be going 2-3 hours away, chop maize, chop silage, and what are we going to do? Service trailer, you know, you have fan belts, alternators, starters, oil, coolant, as you says, DEF. You know, compressors blown out. So when you're on the road, like, you seeing yourself, you don't know where you're going to be going, but you don't get the, I should just ring this lad, he'll come out to us. Like, there's none of that. And a lot of boys that come out that drove lorries at home and great driver and this, that and the other, but wouldn't have much of how to fix their own machine. As you've seen with Bobby there today, if you had asked him 6 or 8 weeks ago, go home and change your PTO, he might not know where to start. Whereas out here,
know what a PTO is.
There you go. You know, and then comes out here and gets going at it and got it done today, got it turned up, out the door, just like that.
And like you saying there, you can't ring anyone just to come out and fix it. Like, we went from Cloverleaf last week to Ryan Shears. An hour and 10 minutes of a drive, maybe?
In a lorry.
In a lorry.
Yeah, so it was around 3 hours in the tractor and trailer.
It was warm.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, you know what, I'd love an ice cream. Did we see one shop?
You may pack your ice cream that morning. No shops.
That's the vastness of it all. And like, we were on highways. We were on major highways. But it's such a different world.
Ah, sure. So, like, even the scale. You know, boys go on, lifted such and such an acreage out here. even the choppers there now, it's good to see if the three of them going, chopping corn. The tonnage that's gone through them a day is, talking to Tommy there earlier, like you're putting 350 tons through a corn cracker an hour or whatever it might be. Back at home, the boys, I got 100 acres done today, it was a great day. So, you know, Gordon wants to see you getting 250 done a day, and that's good too.
Gordon was just telling me there earlier on, he done a job at home for a fella. 26 fields, 27 acres in total.
Yeah, you imagine, but you know, that's some difference. And then to come out here and lift a full section, 640 acres, 3 choppers, 12, 13 lorries, and obviously the new Super Cube. Do you know, like how, obviously I'd never belittle anyone at home, but how do you compare? Like,
there is no comparison. What we have at home, I would say, multiply it by 10.
Yeah, and it's great to see though, it's still boys from at home doing it. You know, we're not out here with these big, massive Canadian investors. Like everything Gordon brought out, Gordon done it. You know, we work for Gordon. There's no...
Well, Gordon came out and he built this up.
Built the whole lot up, and even, obviously, himself and Tommy tell you some stories, but when they came out, like, they were no great shakes, you know, coming out with a loading shovel, and I think it was a 7450 John Deere, and now running 3 990s in the space of 13 years, so... regardless, like, but that all that's down to your work ethic and your drive, you know.
Oh, I don't think I've ever met such lads with such drive and such gumption.
Get up and go.
Oh man!
As you've seen back at home, Laxey Daisy. Oh, sure, tomorrow's a new day.
Tommy would drive round the field with matchsticks and his eyes to get it in,
just to keep her going.
But you all would. I'm tired. I am tired. But fair foxes.
Yeah. You get to go home for a holiday. We have to keep the show going.
I'm straight back into reality. I wish I was home for a holiday. Well, I came out here for a holiday.
Some holiday it was.
It was. I'm going to come out next year.
It was a good eye opener.
So all in all, Canada has been good to you, and it's
yeah, I enjoy
giving
it.
you great opportunities.
Yeah, great opportunity. I enjoy the lifestyle and that, and no, I do, and the vastness of it. Like, you know, you go out there and you just bring a team of men with you, and the power of work you do, you couldn't do it in a season at home nearly. You know, like 3 days work here, take you 2 weeks to do it at home. You know,
we were chopping yesterday in Anderson's. What was chopped yesterday? Was it 600 acres or something?
Well, a bit of a haul there. So yeah, we have 600 acres done there now, and we had a few hours done the evening before, all right. But we'd normally like I'd like to do 600 acres, 500 to 600 acres a day between the three of them. Like, if you could do an average of 500 every day, 7 days a week with the three, that's what you want to be going for, you know. So
you kind of have to when you have such a short window.
That's right. Like we only chop for 4 or 5 weeks for the corn, like, you know.
That's what people need. Anyone that's thinking of coming out, that's what they kind of need to understand.
Yeah,
it's
like it's
busy few weeks, but
it's 100 hours a week, like.
You're well looked after.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about money on a video. That's make the phone call if you are interested.
That's right, yeah.
So anyone that is interested in it, Tommy's phone number will be in the description below. Don't hound them out of it. It's 6 hour. We are 6 hours behind.
Yeah, 6 hours behind. Yeah. So you know, after lunch, anytime after lunchtime, but it'd be the job, you know.
Yeah, or send a WhatsApp message. You are a busy man.
I can call them. If just text me WhatsApp, I'll phone them anyway, you know.
You would have a good gauge of a fella on a phone call.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've seen a good few boys coming and going because our job is seasonal. Like we get up to 25 there, and this time of the year we get up to 25, and we're back to about 11 for the winter. Might keep a few extra on this year, see how we get on. But no, I'd normally feel the water pretty good, you know.
I'll tell you one thing now, and I'm 36 years of age. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I found it very daunting coming out. Now I know you from years ago. Done a bit of work for your outlet back in the day, but I remember it was only actually when I sat on the plane I thought, oh shit. Do you know, see when you get out here, it's such
a relief.
I'm looking for the right word. It's calming. When you get talking to the lads and you see, these are all, not all Irish boys, there's a couple of different lads here, but it's such a good bunch of lads. And they don't make anyone feel strange. They'll talk to everyone. Do you know, it's
a good environment.
Unbelievable. It has been some experience to me. And as a result, I'm definitely coming back out next year. I'm not going to say I'll do the full season. Might do 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. See, I see boys coming and going, and we're used to boys coming and going. And some boys, like I see, there might be 2 and 10, maybe it might not even 2 and 10 that mightn't suit it. You know, you see them going home early, but it's no big deal. You see them coming and going, and that's it. But if you have no woman or children or nothing tying you back home, it's madness not to get the opportunity even to take it on. You know.
There's Mark Goslin and
Shane
Noone. They came out 3 years ago for 2-week holiday.
2-week holiday. They came out 3 years ago, yeah, and they're here since now. Like, you know,
they went home to sort out their paperwork and they're back out.
That's right, yeah. So, they enjoy it well and they done well. Like, they come on, and I seen them come and they'd be nervous, they'd be doubting themselves a bit, and I'd be no bothering you. You know, they really got them out of the box. You see the potential in them, you know.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, Bob even said it. When he came out, he had never been in the field before. He'd never been under the spout. He drove rigid lorries at home. Yous gave him a chance, and he was in here today, lying under a lorry, changing a PTO pump on it. He's hands-on. Bobby's here, 6 weeks?
Could be, yeah.
And I can see what you have moulded him into.
Yeah.
You have trained him the way that you want him, but also in a way that's going to be worth something to him when he goes home.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, like I seen a young man there, Gavin Lynch. He's actually coming out on holidays here now to replace it. And Thursday, just here tomorrow or whatever. But he done 4 years out here with me. And I remember when he came first, he was only 18 as well, or 19. And sure, all he done at home was rap. And then when he left here, he was floating machinery, hauling cattle. He was the main man. And then as soon as he landed home, he was the main man for Joe. Or, you know, like straight into top of the chain straight away, you know. But no, he done good, you.
So it really is a fantastic experience. Like I can't stress it enough. I genuinely can't. It's been, I'm going to say, a once in a lifetime opportunity to be asked to come out here and document what you do. Like it's incredible.
And it's a bit of crack too at the end of the day too, you know.
It is good crack, and to be fair, it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all 24-hour days. Sunday, sat out on the deck with the boys and a few beers, bit of crack, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is that bit of crack when the dinner comes out. There's good banter over the radios. Like it's not all work.
Well, it's not really work to me at all. Like, you know, the last couple of years I didn't work a day in my life.
It's just bred into you.
Yeah, you know, it's just you don't know no different. You know, that's just the nature of it. Like.
Yeah, no, it is. It's incredible. Like,
yeah,
it really is. But I think we touched on very much everything, didn't we?
Happy enough with that.
Tommy, thank you for having me out.
Right,
cheers.
A pleasure.